Here I go. All right, bring it on.
What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man Shadicstick. This is another collab between my boy Avataryaya. Say what's good, Yaya.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? Back like I never left.
And
we
then,
out here today.
And then we got my boy Derpy Pearly. What's good, Derpy? Say what's good to the Shadic viewers.
Hey, yo, what's going on, all you neighbors out there? I'm Derpy.
So,
I'm a PokeTuber.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's my greatest enemy. But on the real though, we're talking about Pokemon Nintendo Switch, and some of the rumors going around is that this is a new, this is not a completely new game. That this is another Kanto remake, and I wanted to talk about, like, does it need to be a Kanto remake? Because the Kanto, we've already gotten Kanto remakes. You know, Kanto was the first region remade with Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I don't know if I feel like we shouldn't get this, but I can see why we would get this. I don't know. I would like, if we got this new generation, I'd rather it open up with a Sinnoh remake, or, you know, a new game completely. How do you feel, Derpy, since you're the PokeTuber here?
Personally, we already got these before, like you said, and besides that, we could already all agree on that the first gen was like the hardest one out of them all. That's what many people have told me before. So I don't think most people would like that, except if you're a nostalgia fan. Now, but the Sinnoh remake is something that's been booming lately. Everybody wants a Sinnoh remake. Why? Because Gen 4 was that game. Gen 5, but Gen 4 is that game that people always want. They want to see that remake. They were like, nah, well, we don't want Pokemon Stars.
Well, it's in line to be the next remake, because the last remake we got was Gen 3. I mean, the way I feel about I don't feel like Gen 1 was the hardest. It was just the most broken generation, because it was the simplest generation. And, you know, we didn't even have like special attack or special defense. You just had attack, defense, and really that's just about it. Health but how you feel, Yaya? How you feel about it?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of y'all about to get mad at what I say, but to be honest with you, I am not a fan of, like, it's probably one of my least favorite generations of Pokemon.
Respectable.
And I think I like the idea of Derpy's going with it. And right now, I feel like what they need to do, to be honest to God, is that they need to wait till the anime finishes, because then it's like they balance too much stuff. Like, it'd be one generation ahead, this is coming out, that's ending, and it's just like, I want them to do the Gen 4 remake. Okay, now my issue with this is, if it is a Kanto remake, it's gonna make me angry, because if you remember X and Y, it was so much like nostalgia put from Gen 1, with Mega Evolutions being them, they were the first ones. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, you don't have to keep throwing it back in our face. Like, there's other good generations of Pokemon, you know, even though that's what started it all. Like, having a next gen game start all the way over from the beginning, you know, which that would be good for Nintendo Switch, because I'd be like, yo, Gen 1 redone and that 1080p 60 FPS gameplay, everybody buying it. It's a smart business move from Game Freak. So, but I do want Gen 4. I really want Gen 4 so fast. I love Lucario. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, he was in there later, but you get the point. I really want Gen 4 because I love Dialga and I love Palkia so much. Y'all do not know how much I love those. I got like Diamond Dogs. Anyway, but that's how I feel about it. As I don't want it to be just, okay, let's do a remake, blah, 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 and then next game is Generation 8, and then Gen 1, the first Switch game is the better one than the next one. Hence what happened with Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's all arguable too, so it's in my opinion, yo. But like Sun and Moon and then Ultra Sun and Moon, like, they ain't really too different, you know. Like, to be fair.
Well, like Ultra Sun and Moon has post game. That's why I know, because Sun and Moon, the only reason I haven't sat down and beaten it is because I'm scared to beat it. I'm legit scared to beat it because I know there won't be anything to do once I'm done with the game. I'll just you know, throw it back on the shelf. One thing about Pokemon that I've always liked is like, oh, you can, you know, continue playing after you've eviscerated the Elite Four and stuff. Sun and Moon, I know that's not gonna happen, and that was my biggest gripe with it. Go ahead, my bad.
I mean, that's pretty much it. How I felt about it being like Kanto remakes. At the same time, as much as I'm not a fan of it, I do love Charizard. So like at the same time, like I wouldn't mind if it happened, you know. But
yeah,
I do want them to completely. If they do Gen 1, they have to completely redo it. Like it has to be a little bit more than just a remake.
Well,
I don't want to just be like.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Well, that's about to like go into my next topic of the discussion. I think you know, this is a very out there like kind of theory or whatever, but the Pokemon Company and I think Game Freak and Nintendo have actually trademarked Ash's, the original logo on Ash's hat, the little check mark thing that used to be on his hat. So I'm thinking this is going to be less of a Kanto remake and more of trying to adapt the video game, the anime, into video game form more than like, say for instance, something like Pokemon Yellow. I feel like they're going to try to take this direction of trying to make like the remakes or make this separate series of games based around Ash, if you will. How do you guys feel about that?
I'll let Yaya go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Yaya go, or unless like if you need time
like
to think, I can go.
I'm indifferent about it because like
I understand.
That's a bad move. I feel like it's a bad move, but then it'll be interesting because like literally what will make Pokemon Switch fire for a lot of people if they just like had the trailer, right? Show off Red. If it's like this, let's just put it in theoretical, right? If it is a Kanto remake, shows off Red, ends the trailer, bam. That's all they literally gotta do. Like, and you made a whole like 40-minute theory video in like a statement. We come back. Go ahead,
I mean, like, I'm gonna go ahead before Derpy if you don't mind me doing that, Derpy. Like, I feel like, you know, this is also far-reaching, but I feel like they would make it in the sense of like trying to relive the original run of Pokemon, the first 100 some odd episodes of Pokemon, and I feel like they would try to make it, you know, so more like how Storm, how they make all the cinematic moments extremely powerful in Storm. I feel like they would do something like that because we've also got rumors of the combat system changing. So I would assume if we were to get something like that, we would get a different combat system, because I feel like they would try to stay true to the original run of the Pokemon anime while also having something on the side, you know what I mean? Or they could be like a dual story thing or whatever. You have an Ash story and you have, oh, you get to go through Gen 1 all over again. I don't know, like, that's another video for a different day, but as just the subject of this video, how do you feel, Derpy?
About the whole anime with Ash thing, I'm sort of with Yaya, and I'm sort of not at the same time, because at the same time it could be cool. Don't get me wrong. Looking into Ash's life into the game would actually be pretty sweet.
Yeah, like that first portion, like that, the first anime, the first Pokemon gotta catch them all anime. Like, that would actually be pretty cool, and like there are some heart-wrenching moments in there. Like we gotta release Butterfree. If that were to be in the game, I would cry. I would start bawling my eyes out. Like,
I would sort of laugh. Not gonna lie, but wait. The only thing that I would like for this, if they really want to do this, I know it's gonna be impossible. Like, it's not impossible, but it's a big if. If they literally make it like that, I want to travel with companions. I want there to be people I can travel with. I want that. I've always been wanting that ever since Gen 3. I was like, why can't we travel with people like Ash in the anime? That would be so cool. Because you know, like when you go up into like a boss battle or somewhere, and there's usually like your rival there to help you. Like in Gen 3, you're with May and you fight Team Aqua or Team Magma, whichever one you got. then you both fight them, and they're like, oh, who the hell were these people? It's basically like that. I want one of those.
Well, I have another concept now that you thought about that, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But I feel like that would be really cool to see partners and you interact in combat or something like that. I really want, I want to see something like that, because I want this Pokemon game to push the boundaries in terms of like combat, because Pokemon combat wise has for the most part been the same. We got Mega Evolutions, but all they did was make the Pokemon stronger. And
look, that I can't. I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off. I can't agree with that. I feel like if they change the gameplay of Pokemon games, when people gonna get mad.
Well, I don't want them to change the entire combat system, but I want them to push it forward. It's for the most part been stagnant. It's been for the most part the same.
So I had this idea too, because I was like, a lot of people that bring up that idea like a new gameplay style, and it scares me. What I want it to be is the 3D environment, right? Like, you know how it is in 3D. You can see both Pokemon, but they're actually battling each other, like in the midst of like transitions. So then when you do specific moves, like say if you do like a Z move, right? You know, and you want to go for like a crit or get it super, you know, all that. You can do something on the touch screen to boost it up, make it more interactive than that. You know,
Pokemon for the Connect.
Well, no, I ain't saying like that. I'm saying like,
my Lord, wow.
I'm saying like, okay, prime example for people that play Dream Drop Distance. You know, you had the little link system where you can travel different places.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's
yeah, that would be
and
really
it can
cool.
Increase chances, like you balance it, of course, y'all, but like increase chances of getting like a crit, you know, or something like that, or you know, if you have the right, only certain conditions have to be met too for that to work. You get what I'm saying? But it's a lot of other factors that I like to see. Make it a little bit more interactive than just, 5 minutes of waiting, click, attack. Oh no, it's time to switch. Like, I love it, but at the same time, like, I want them to innovate and push the boundaries of what Pokemon can do. Another thing that I want for Pokemon, though, is I want the stories to let me have companions, like teammates.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, yeah, that's it.
What you were talking about with the battle system, I haven't played any Final Fantasy game, so my knowledge on this is bad, but I did do a video about it. There's something in Final Fantasy where you can have like three partners, and one's like support, attack, and I believe defense. I forgot what it's called. I believe it was
talking
Final
about
Fantasy
like
13.
It's like he's talking about like the ATB system.
He's talking about
13.
13. You're talking about 13's ATB system, which like on paper it was a really cool concept. That's something you really have to execute right, or it's just not gonna be good. So I would be scared if they did something like that. That's too much work. You would have to put that is way too risky. And while I thought the concept of it was cool, when it was carried out into battle, you hated it. It's something that you wind up hating, and I don't think I would want that. I don't know. I get where you're coming from, Derpy, but at the same time, I wouldn't want that because of that reason. It's really hard to execute, and if they mess up one thing, they mess up that entire battle system.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you guys have any more thoughts or anything else to say?
That's pretty much it. I mean,
Let it be open world.
Yeah, that's it. Open world. I mean, I'm already okay with. I kind of feel like. It's open world. Like, I already feel like it's open world to me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like some places are restrictive. But then you gotta realize that if you got all the badges, it's open world. You can do whatever you want. Like,
true.
I don't know.
I was thinking of like
you talking about like.
Bro, I want to move the camera. I want to be able to move the camera in a Pokemon game. That's all I really want to be able to do.
I was thinking of something. So like, say like we're the trainer, right? You know how in the anime they Ash wanted to do battles. Whoever he traveled with wanted to do contests. What happens if they just did that in the game, but like you were that character, and then the person that wanted to do the contest, you would just switch over as soon as you won a gym battle?
I don't know. That's pushing it. That's pushing it. That's
Yeah,
too
you're doing
much.
it. You're doing too much.
You're doing too much, bro.
Maybe I'm thinking too much.
But I think we should end the video off right here because we're reaching the 15-minute mark. But this has been your man Shadicstick, Derpy Pearly, and Avataryaya. Make sure you check out their channels. The links will be down in the description below. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video out with your friends. Hot Faraga turns to Cold Blizzaga. Just chill out with some of my other videos and use code Shadic at thattechshop.com for 20% off. We're out of here. Peace. Kiss, kiss.